You're that visitor been poking around. Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
You in need of a companion, friend? Well, then you're in luck. I reckon I've killed more men than there are minutes in a day. Lot few, huh? At this rate, I guess I better change it to seconds then. But who's counting? It's all in the hips, friend. Killing a bandit is like making love to a maiden. It only takes a second, and there's no shortage of blood. True enough, adventurer. True enough. You see, in times of war and famine, bandits are like cockroaches. A man can't even relieve himself without half a dozen bandits holding his prick. Especially a man who travels north to hunt orcars, and south to hunt dragons. If only bandits tasted half as good as orcars, I'd never go hungry again. I got my start as a pit dog in the Imperial City Arena. Worked my way up to Gladiator before I got bored and quit. They say the best techniques are left by the survivors. With me gone, I guess everyone will have something to offer. I know, and I would have been Grand Champion too, if not for the burden. Oh, I know what you're thinking. Fair maidens in my bed and good stew in my belly, some burden. Well, that ain't what I'm talking about. Well, friend, it all comes down to who your opponent is. I'm square with killing men, but with a Grand Champion, ain't no more men to fight. So, they bring in beasts, minotaurs and things. I don't like it one bit. If a man chooses to enter the arena, it's what you call his prerogative. A beast ain't got no say in the matter. I kill horkers for food and bears for hides. I don't kill no animal for sport. Why not? You need to get up more, friend. The arena is the most celebrated spectacle in all of Tamriel. To fight and die in the arena is a great honor. To fight and live, well, do that and you carve your name amongst the gods. 'Cause it's fair. It's about the only place you can truly measure a man's worth. If I ask the folks here who has the best mead in Skyrim, one person might say Blackbriar mead, another might vouch for Honningbrew. If I asked for the best alchemist, bard, or scribe, or which inn was warmest, and which wench the sweetest, there'd be many replies, but no answer. But if I asked you who was the strongest, who could best any man in the pit, there'd be no debate. You'd know by who was left standing. Only in the arena can a man be judged by his own merits. You're mistaken. It couldn't have been higher. The people were hungry, not for blood, but for entertainment. The arena, friend, was a welcome diversion from the throes of war, because there's no death in the arena. Not to them. If you're a spectator, ain't nothing that happens in that pit real. It's all a game. The words won't do it justice. Not mine, anyway. But you can imagine, can't you? That moment when you stand behind the gate in a cold sweat. The air's so thick you can taste the blood. The crowd is buzzing. The flies are buzzing. Then they wheel up the iron. You hear this roar, so loud it rumbles in your chest. You don't know who they cheer for, or what they cheer for. Victory, glory, or death. But that's the beauty of the arena, ain't it? Nothing is ever written, nothing is ever known. The Grand Champion can win 100 matches and name a skeever as his next opponent, and the audience will still hold their breath. Unlike the stories, it's always a surprise when the hero wins, 'cause in the arena, the hero's allowed to fail. Can't tell you much about that. I mean, I heard the whispers. Sometimes you see good fighters lose to pit dogs. Next day, they show up with swords so enchanted they crapped mages when you swung them. There was one Khajiit fighter, the others called Jingle. Said every night he went home, win or lose, his pockets jingled with gold. But ain't no one ever approached me. They knew where I stood. I grew up watching the fights. I learned enough then to know glory was the best coin. You ought to travel to Cyrodill sometime, friend, and test your valor. The Horkers, my friend. The Horkers. I can't get enough of a good bowl of Horker stew. Fresh garlic, tomatoes, a sprinkle of lavender. You keep talking like that, and we'll need to get you an apron and a chef hat. Also Horkers. That isn't it. You see, I've tried stews of all different flavors from all over Tamriel. I've tried your venizons and your steaks, I've tried your bug meat, your horror pies, and Taurus nuggets. Some wood elf charlatan even tried to sell me what he called a wyvern steak, but it tasted like mountain goat. I've tried every meat from the Somerset Isles to the shores of Solstein, and ain't nothing compared to a fresh pot of worker stew. But you know what I haven't tried? I haven't tried a dragon. And call me crazy, but I think I saw one fly this way not long ago. You don't say. Sounds like Embry owes me a drink. Said I was more likely to see a horker with wings. I reckon that would be too good to be true. Business, friend, business. Perhaps when our adventuring days are over, we can open the finest horker stew shop in Skyrim. That, or a brothel. Seems like Skyrim needs more of both. I remember when I first signed on, the Blade Master didn't have a raiment my size. Had to borrow one from a Breton. That thing fit like a corset on a minotaur. I looked like a sodding carrot. My opponent didn't think it so funny, though, when I caved her chest in. A high elf whose toe I stepped on once told me, "Watch where you step, Horker Brath." It was the highest compliment he could have paid me. Dragons. I was wondering if you had any thoughts on how they should be prepared. Seems to me there's a lot more than just dragon steak. Now, I ain't no chef, but I was thinking maybe it'd be best smoked into some sort of jerky. Have you ever heard of clan fear? Lizard beasts from Oblivion. Taste like chicken, or so I've been told. If what Gaiden Shinji says is true, then the best technique is to swing your hammer recklessly and hope to connect. Works for me anyway. All right then.
What do you want? Got any ale or mead? Until next time. Good to see you again, friend.
Hobbs isn't too friendly with strangers, but you seem...
Ain't every day we get visitors in Riverwood. Yes, actually. How about you smith me an Iron Dagger? Here's everything you need to make one. Go ahead. Gerdur's family first settled here as woodcutters a few generations ago. She and Hod run the mill. I make a decent living sharpening axes and fixing the sawmill. I see no harm in it, if you have the skill. The grindstone will improve your weapons. Use the table to improve your armor. If you've got the raw materials, you can use the forge to make something new. Until next time. Not bad. Reminds me when I first started smithing. Whatever you need. Buy this mirror if it's simple and strong. I can forge it. Aye. You looking for a new... Not bad, but it's a little dull. How about you sharpen it up? Just need a bit of metal and the grindstone over there. Aye. Put that down.
Huh? What do you want?
Put that down.
Good to see you. Stay vigilant, friend.
Here for work? Get an axe and bring me all the wood you can chop. I've got enough to worry about, taking care of my family. I don't concern myself with such matters. Until next time. Iron or steel is what you need. Leave that fancy elven stuff to the elves. Whatever... blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.